The funny thing about feminism is that so many people just don't see why we need it. Imagine a social experiment, one that you should never, ever do. You have identical twin boys, and you call one Al and one Bob. When they're 5 years old, you start giving them pocket money for tidying away their toys. Every week, you give Al £1 and Bob 78 pence. If Bob complains, deny it. Tell him he's imagining it. If he shows you evidence and insists that it's unfair, tell him Al is just that little bit better at helping out. Bob will probably start to get his shoes on faster and tidy his toys like a boss to show that he's as good as Al. Occasionally, when Bob has really excelled, give him the full £1 and say, "See, Bob, this just shows you can do it when you put the work in. You have to try harder." When they're 7, tell the twins it's time one of them became the toy tidying supervisor. Interview them both. Notice that Al comes to the interview with an attitude like he's got it in the bag. Give the kid a high five and a fizzy drink. Bob will probably over-explain himself nervously in the interview. Do nothing to relax him until he starts to look defeated. When you give Al the job, congratulate him and tell him he's a born leader. Give Bob feedback that although he was well prepared and you appreciated his PowerPoint presentation, there was a certain something missing. Tell him he needs to be more like his brother, that he's lacking a certain confidence. On their 10th birthday, ask the twins if they'd like some pets. When they excitedly say yes, introduce them to Fluffy and Faloopy, two adorable baby hamsters, and tell them they are the absolute equal owners of the fluff balls. As they rush to stroke them, explain that Bob will have to do 90% of the feeding, grooming, and hutch cleaning. Bob will ask how much he'll be paid. Explain that hamster care is worthless, but needs to be done relentlessly without pay. Whenever you see Al stroking the pets, say loudly to someone else, "Isn't Al a great hamster daddy? Look at him babysitting the hamsters," and make sure he hears it. If Bob complains about the extra workload or falls behind in his toy tidying role, say, "Well, that's the price for having it all, Bob. Remember, you're the one who wanted the hamsters." Let's roll out this experiment with a whole generation of twin boys. A few Bobs will get angry and grow up to do better than their brothers because they have something to prove. A small number of Bobs will be gifted with so much more natural smarts or talent that they'll sail past their brothers regardless. As a trend, though, 20 years from the beginning of this social experiment, twin boys called Al will be more confident, greedy for leadership roles, sure of themselves, and convinced that their own opinions are facts than their brothers called Bob. It will be an Al's world, not a Bob's world. The funny thing about feminism is that we can only see how messed up that is when it's two boys.